All praise to the Creator and nobody else. So I have to bring you more news. And again, just like I told you, yes, Trump is going to take down the lead, but he ain't going to save you. And you about to find out why. And it made sense from the beginning if you've been paying attention. So we about to find who's paying attention, because the information is something you should have known already. Because you've been putting the pieces together. You would have known, just like I said, once Trump takes them down, Trump is going to be on something. I'm trying to tell you, he's going to be on one. And y'all ain't got no idea. And Biden's already been on one. And he's trying, either way, it don't matter, you're screwed. Trump, you get a teeny bit more time. He's still going to hand you over. This is crazy. Listen, all praise to Creator, nobody else. I hope you guys listen to this message. I've been telling you.
Discuss some of this further, and also some things you need to be aware of, because this is such a Hegelian dialectic, things that are going on, and we're concerned about.
AUX mode.
Oh gosh. Let me put it like this. I'm sitting here thinking about. There's a good friend of mine sent me some information. Let me just clarify while I got thoughts on my mind. The National Guard, their fuel tanker system has been activated, and what they call the New Jersey Devil F-16 fighter wing has also been activated for Washington, D.C. And as a friend of mine that told me about this sent me this text last night, of course he said, they wouldn't activate F-16s for Trump MAGA hat-wearing protesters at the inauguration. And we keep hearing that Biden is the one that is called in the Chinese to help them in the event of insurrection, and that may be true. But we also know that the Chinese allegedly have helped Trump to get information on Biden and others. So the real issue is the Hegelian dialectic. Both sides are working against us. And I have a feeling the Chinese are going to invade, but it may be really orchestrated from both sides. And we know Israel controls China. So keep that in mind. And in order for them to bring out their Messiah figure, they have to have a global war. So I think this is what's going on. Yana is much better at talking about this, especially in light of, when it comes to like the historical part, where the Bolshevik Revolution, even like we shared Yosef's page last night, where he was talking about this QAnon thing is like right out of the playbook of the Bolsheviks. What did they call that?
Okay, I can talk
Okay,
about that.
okay, go ahead.
I think that this country is undergoing the same thing that Russia was undergoing. This is a classic Bolshevik revolution, and we are in the middle of it. And any kind of counter-revolution is a psyop. Q, that's been there 4 years now, or that's just gathering of people, names, and basically I'm afraid it's going to be turned against the people.
The true believers especially.
Especially Christians, because Christians and patriots are in that bag of Trump supporters now. Okay, and they are declared domestic terrorists by the other group. So, unfortunately, and that's because they did it to themselves, because they put trust in a man. You see, the Christians of this country trusted man for their salvation. They didn't trust Jesus, they trusted man. They had this middle between Jesus and them, and it was Trump.
Here lies goes a trap. The trap is Mr. J, who is the devil, and also was a man. The man was a Nephilim giant demon, looking like man, whatever type you want to call him. It was a creation who was a devil. Many times over. I have counted about 10 times. I've been told by Brother Truth more than that. They're pushing Mr. J with all these different names for a long time. Just another different devil, same devil. Going back to the same devils. And the trap is Mr. J, which is why people start believing that Trump He would have saved them because Trump is nothing but a creation, just like Mr. J was. Although they don't tell you the true story how Mr. J was a black man that was kidnapped from us. He was one of our people. And turned into a Catholic and would start teaching that bullshit gospel at the age of 7, 8 or something like that, better than they could, and got brainwashed to believe he was created himself and came over here, enslaved our own people, kidnapped our own people, and brought them right over to who? The Spaniards. Oh, they lied to you. They lied to you, bruh. Because the real prophet was not Mr. J. The real prophet never enslaved his people. The real prophet didn't get kidnapped as a child. And the real prophet never said he was going to rise from the dead. Because the deceiver is the one who said he was going to rise from the dead. And that Bible tell you, even in your King James Version, that the deceiver never rise. You want to know why? Because Mr. J never rose. He lied. He was a devil. Trying to do stuff and play as if he was the creator himself, when the creator said that the heavens and the heavens and the heavens can't hold him nor maintain him. Therefore, it's impossible, buddy, if you actually understand what he's saying to you, to be in a body full steam all the way, like they keep depicting that Mr. J, which is nothing more than a big old foul up deception, misconception, and a bald-faced lie from the pit of hell.
So even if Trump comes out victorious somehow with the thing they're doing, it's eventually still going to take us to fall. Why? Because Trump is on the side of Israel, and don't tell me he's not. That was just like a front. That's not true. He has done everything for Israel. Okay, everything.
And starting to do more again now. He's
And
also
right.
putting Israel under sitcom, which is
Yes.
really, it's increasing Israel's military power. And Israel also is
Okay.
increasing their military
What
power.
I wanted to tell you, today on the news yesterday in Israel, chief top rabbis are asking for Israel to become superpower and take place of the United States of America.
And I shared that
Okay,
with them.
didn't we warn you with Steve that there is this little country south of Lebanon with their Noahide laws embedded within their theology that are gonna rise to a power. All the tech is being transferred to Israel, and now even officially, type it in, top chief rabbis are saying that while the United States is falling, Israel should rise to be a superpower.
Yesterday's video, if you go to the description, the link for that is already there.
Yes.
All you have to do is click on it.
I also wanted to tell you that this Q and all these, I'm not doubting that this is happening, that Trump is fighting and doing things to try to win, but this is orchestrated and pre-planned. It's called revolution, Bolshevik revolution. Basically, Russia, at the time, they had this counter-revolution to socialist revolution, and it was called the Trust Plan. And Trust knew the true and real history, you would learn that this Operation Trust, and all of these people have been executed. So I'm worried about this intel and this view that we're getting. Maybe, this is what I will say for the sake of our intel. And all those like Patrick and Simon Parks and all of them. I'll give you a benefit of the doubt, but I still have these questions. Why is Trump originator of warp speed operation? Even the word warp is extraterrestrial word.
Yes.
Okay? It's just not good. Try to find out meaning of the word warp. Yeah, it means speedy, but that word warp, okay? Warp speed operation. Vaccines. Him invested in the vaccines. Him signing Noahide laws. I have a speech on a video where he said he's asking for death penalty for anti-Semites. Yeah, death penalty for anti-Semites. Who creates definition of anti-Semitism. What does it mean?
I don't even know what that shit
I mean, they
means.
can put that label on you and then you have a death penalty. Well, that's exactly what happened during Bolshevik Revolution. Anti-Semitism was punished by death penalty. And this is why when I heard him speak about it, I freaked out. What? Trump asking for death penalty for anti-Semites? And you might not know about that, but I have a video of him asking for it, and I can prove it. In fact, I'm going tonight, maybe, or tomorrow, do video on all of this, so you understand what's going on. That this is pre-planned fall of United States, Hegelian dialectic in place, and one entity controls this fall of United States. And today, Rabbi is saying United States is falling with its make Israel a superpower take place of United States, while all the technology is being transferred to Israel, and while the China and Russia. And today, Rabbi is saying United States is falling with its make Israel a superpower take place of United States. Falling with its make Israel a superpower take place of United States. Falling with its make Israel a superpower take place of United States. Falling with its make Israel a superpower take place of United States, while all the technology is being transferred to Israel, and while the China and Russia works with Israel. I mean, China is our enemy, right? Everybody says that, but yet Israel are big friends of China. With China and Russia, they're on a Silk Road initiative, and United States is not part of it. So think.
We will be a
Okay.
communistic slave.
They want to
labor
make us
state.
into third world nation, fallen nation, ashamed and in poverty and famine. You know what they're doing right now? Entire day yesterday on RT News and on Technocracy News, they were saying how they're bringing farms for worms to feed Americans. Worms. Yes, they're going to create famine and they will feed you worms and me. So, in Thailand, right, Steve, they were
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah.
how worms are good for you, how they're bringing it to menu.
And wasn't
Farms in the United States are starting to produce worm farms to give us food, and they're saying that it's more sustainable than anything else.
isn't that what you and Deborah Tavares brought up?
You hear this? They want to feed motherfuckers worms. Worms? Yeah, we. Wilderness.
Yes.
From the Rockefeller
Yeah,
documents.
that they want to feed us worms.
Yeah.
Okay, so all of this is going on while people are still giving, hope for Trump, and Simon Parks is saying that, we're going to be on the gold and all these beautiful things. Okay, I have, again, let me go through the list. Warp speed operation and vaccines. Trump is the originator of this. Number 2. Why he didn't say COVID is a hoax? All of this thing was a psyop, okay? Why masks? Why were governors allowed to behave as dictators? And why the middle class in this country is completely ruined and businesses are closed, okay? And corporations rise to power. This is corporate fascism that you are witnessing in this country right now. So why did he ask for death penalty for anti-Semitism? And I have proof of this, if you still are not aware of it. I have a proof of this. Okay, so these are my little questions. Why 5G near schools? Why not tell us the truth? Why he never told us the truth on 9/11, Levin affair, USS Liberty? We need to bring justice for all of these things to our people here, right? Not even touching it. So do you understand that this is psyop of one deception after another on us? And this is not a time to take sides. I didn't vote because I knew what's happening from history of Russia. I learned it there.
Right. But here's the thing,
So,
though, too, now
yeah,
you
go
got to
ahead,
think about,
Steve.
right?
Sorry.
And giving the things that Yana said right there, these are the things that are questions for us, because, you know, we also listened to this interview that Steve Pachinik did with Alex Jones,
Yes.
and Steve Pachinik, in the way he conveyed the message, that's what would give us a pause for a moment to say, well, because Steve Pachinik makes it look like this was all a sting operation in order to bring out the bad characters. He also claims that Trump is really against doesn't believe the coronavirus is real, he's against vaccines, etc.
Okay.
But the actions, though, that he's taken is what's contrary to what even Steve says. This is why we have a question. We want to see, all right, if even what he says goes down. Let's say they make these arrests, things like that, all right? Although I think they're just going to take them to their little Tahiti island somewhere, and they're just helping them to get away from all the crap that's going to happen. That's my personal opinion. But let's just say that that's not the case. Let's hypothetically, as that's...
You know something? That makes more sense. What if this all Trump is just like, they're helping them to go to their island or an underground facility away from them so they have a reason just to help the city. You tell everybody in jail, nobody's won all these so-called people who run for your presidents and so forth and everything else, the mayors and speakers and so forth, disappear because you're telling them they're in jail. You never show the court case on court. All you do is be a bullshit rules one. It's like a whole act. Looks good to the T, so everybody thinks it's real, so everybody assumes, oh yeah, we've seen the fucking judge hit the gavel. That case lasted freaking a whole month or two, right? And now all them in jail. We see them putting handcuffs. We see them walking back to the door when they was going to like they was going down to the cell. But little did we know when they go down to the cell, all the handcuffs comes off. They take off their jumpsuits, put on their old regular suits that they had, brand new clothes, and have the supplies already where they're gonna go. And they go through the back door somewhere underground, and hop in their truck, and then take off and head straight to the underground facility, leaving everybody else here to fend for themselves, because this means they know it's about to go down, and they want to get out the way. And Trump's playing us like a fiddle as they react, they act this whole operation out.
Said before, say he really does do that. Then will he really come out and say that
I don't really care.
COVID is not real? Will he actually come out
I want to
and be
take it down,
against
but that's not obviously going to happen.
the very
I just know
warp
that.
speed that he
Listen,
started?
I told y'all a week ago.
Is he really willing to do all these things?
Is he willing to tell us the truth on history?
Right.
How it was rewritten? Is he willing to tell us the truth on US's liberty and bring justice to these
Right.
people, the survivors?
Then we would say, okay, maybe this was a genuine
If I
effort.
see he has done all that, then I will say, well, you know, you were smart, and I apologize, and I will support you. but
But at this point,
Yeah.
the actions speak louder than words.
Right.
And that's
And
the
that's going to be the trap. Once he takes down them all, right, supposedly, they probably on an island somewhere, right, out of Dodge, what's about to go down. And then once he does that, everybody goes, oh, he got him in jail, Trump's this, Trump's that, Trump's this, Trump's that, yeah, Trump. Everybody on Trump's fucking nuts. And we're going to happen. After he gains all y'all trust, he going to roll out probably another fucking disease or some shit. And don't be nowhere near him, and all of a sudden, man, listen, if y'all don't see what I see, something wrong. And he gonna hang out right over, man, China. Or somebody else. Or they playing Trump, and Trump's doing what they want. And it's China's, this shit's so screwed up. America's destined to fall. There's no way that America can't fall at this point. It's literally, you're done. You can just see it. It's a shame. But the country this was, only if they would have treated us right, gave back our land, made up for what they did, and became buddies, and then left us alone so that we could serve the Creator only and nobody else. And they would have just served the Creator only else and done the exact same thing like we were supposed to do, and they should have done. just like we should have done. And none of this crap would ever happen. But no apologies, no giving the land back, none of that. No making it right. Look where we at.
That's why I bring these things out that's being told to us, because I want you to know what we're being told. It doesn't mean that we agree with everything that we're told. We would like to be optimistic, but it's hard to be optimistic. Not just the Bolshevik Revolution. Don't get me wrong, when they did the revolution in Iran, the United States was funding, this back, in the 70s, I guess? We were funding both sides of the revolution there.
Wasn't Trump bankrupt, and Rashjan had a video telling everybody how he had to take him out of bankruptcy and help him? I mean,
I think it's Soros that actually helped
why did he
financially.
put Jared Kushner in his
That's true.
administration immediately as a advisor? And Jared Kushner is part of the most evil organization called Chabad.
And Pachinik was saying that he needs to get Jared Kushner out of there. He doesn't trust, the Israelis are stabbing him in the back. And even my own intel guy knows that, says the same thing. The
Listen, for
Israelis are
me,
stabbing him in the back.
this is a Hegelian dialectic psyop, one psyop after another. There is more psyops coming, I believe, and it is all to destroy United States superpower.
Yes.
We're going to be reduced to very poor nation and divided nation, and it's the end of USA because they had to do this so the other superpower can rise. And
Because we're even being
This
told
is
that
not
this
a
is going to
time-
happen regardless. China's going to bring this nation down. They're going to divide it into 10 regions. Everything that's New World Order,
right,
we're being told it's going to happen regardless
Even-
of what Trump does. It's still going to happen.
Intel told us that the Obama executive order for division of this nation for 10 super governors, Trump has never taken that executive order out or canceled it. So he said even if he would be back by some miracle, okay, it's still, the plan will still go on.
Yes.
So these are the very serious things that we have to ask ourselves, and I don't think that this is the time for Christians to take sides of politicians, either one or the next. It's not the time to go to streets and protest. It's not the time to go and do anything because it might.
I told y'all that. And y'all need to stop being Christians, but that's another story. I'll get on that later because eventually I'm going to show y'all so much evidence. Stick with me, I'm going to show you so much evidence. Man, listen, y'all better ask somebody. Hey, there's a reason they took down and blocked me off from 6 of my channels and took down my main channel and even got me blocked on Rumble. Rumble didn't block me, actually, not even blocked. They didn't block me on Rumble. It's more so, they attacked my actual account, my Google account. So that Google account, for some reason, this is crazy, bro. They pulled all stops to shut me up. They tried to get rid of me. Thanks to the creator didn't work. Man, listen. It's coming. It's coming. It is coming. Let me play that one more time. Stop picking sides. Stay neutral. Like I've been telling y'all, don't go out there and protest. 'Cause that's what they want y'all to do, so they can label y'all terrorists. It's time for everybody to say nothing. Get prepared. Ready to fight just in case. Pray to the Creator. Get close to the Creator. And by golly, can we please all team up and go to the wilderness? Brother Whitehead, I heard. Well, just say this. Forget about what I know. Brother Whitehead, you know like I know, we need men. Now, of course, one of Brother Sankey's got about 16 men, a couple other people. You probably got 3 or 4 men, right? And mostly women. The women ain't gonna get the work done, bro. No disrespect. They're not gonna do the hard labor. You can't force them to hard labor because that's like slavery to women. They're not men. No disrespect, but I'm just being honest. You know it and I know it, and it's not fair to try to make y'all work like that. So Brother Whitehead, come back to the original plan. You want to bring Brother Oshawa? Bring Brother Oshawa. He said since he said we can work together, well, stick to the original plan, Brother Oshawa. That's what y'all need to do, and come this way to the original plan. And we go ahead to good Brother Sankey, who have shown that he's a righteous brother, and we call him a brother because he sure don't act like no damn fucking heathen or Gentile to me. I'm not saying he's perfect, but I'm saying he's sure serving the Creator only. I don't see him with that Mr. J in his mouth like some of you Israelite camps, teaching them all these different names of Mr. J and different languages, thinking y'all slick, and then y'all want to teach them other deities too. And they tell them they hate people. Brother Sankey's not doing that. But anyhow, brother, because I'm getting on these camps for a second, let me get back on track, Brother Whitehead. So this is another extension. I extended my arm not once, not twice, but this is now the third time. Will you heed my call? Will you listen? There's a reason the Creator made everything work out so smoothly with the first plan, and still so far working out smoothly with the first plan. But the separation of the brothers is what's stopping some of the plan. Out of 16 guys, we together. But what happened to you, brother Yasharal? Y'all supposed to be with us. And people you got, y'all supposed to bring along with y'all. And y'all need to stop this whole leadership thing. I keep trying to tell y'all, it ain't gonna work. First thing y'all gonna listen. People still gonna do whatever they're gonna do. What we have to do is stay focused on the Creator. It's about self-preservation, and it's about getting close to the Creator. Each on his own. We all have to seek our own salvation with the Creator. And that's one thing you have to realize. All you can really do is teach and leave it alone. We can't force or tell anybody to do anything. And that's what we keep telling you. And the group will not grow. It will stay at small numbers until you get that. But time's running out to the point you don't have time no more to be recruiting anybody. You can try, but you can see what time it is. So maybe you might want to do like I've been saying. This is my third time extending my hand. Will you grab a brother's hand, since we're supposed to be family? Ain't that what the scriptures say? And this is one way to make everything right. It's the third time. Or will you just ignore me again and not respond to me? Come with us, Brother Yasharal, Brother Whitehead. Nobody's leading. We all can do it together. 16 plus 11 makes 27. Sounds pretty good, don't it? Sounds better than just 16. It definitely sounds just better than 11. Holla at your boy. Stop playing games.
Reduced to very poor nation and divided nation, and it's the end of USA because they had to do this so the other superpower can rise. And
Because we're even being
this
told
is
that
not
this
a
is going to
time.
happen regardless. China's going to bring this nation down. They're going to divide it into 10 regions. Everything that's New World Order,
Right.
we're being told it's going to happen regardless
Even
of what Trump does. It's still going to happen.
Intel told us that the Obama executive order.
And I have to say something, Brother Whitehead. Brother, I'm going to let you know, Brother Sankey's really hurt. I'm just going to leave it at that. And that's all I'm going to say, due to the fact I don't want to say anything else than that. For good reasons, obviously, but he's hurt. I'm letting you know.
Order for the division of this nation and for 10 super governors, Trump has never taken that executive order out or canceled it. So he said even if he would be back by some miracle, okay, it's still, the plan will still go on.
Yes.
So these are the very serious things that we have to ask ourselves, and I don't think that this is the time for Christians to take sides of politicians, either one or the next. It's not the time to go to the streets and protest. It's not the time to go and do anything, because it might be used against you, and it might be a trap where you will be put to prison and declared as domestic terrorist. So the best thing is to stay home, love your family, spend quality time with God, with Jesus Christ, pray that you are in Him, and know that this is not your home. This is not your home. And today in the news, rabbis.
Don't spit on top of Mr. JC. That's the devil. That's Mr. Chicken and Rice and Beans and slop. You don't want that. That's Mr. Bacon. Don't even talk to him. You want to talk to the Creator only. That's what time the Creator only. And love your family and deal with the Creator only. And love your family and deal with the Creator only. Pray the Creator only a lot. Study a lot. You teaching? You teach a lot. Get into the Creator a lot. Deeper a lot. Because you're going to need it. Don't go out there and protest like a damn idiot.
I'm saying United States is falling. Israel must take place of United States as superpower. How can rabbis say that? Evangelicals of this country supported Israel. Okay, Christians of this country put Israel first. Yes. It was taught to them from pulpits that if they bless Israel, they will be blessed. And that's why they did it, because all these pastors misinterpreted the Bible and the New Testament.
That's right. Because the Israelites supposed to be blessing is the so-called black people, and they ain't blessing. They shitting on us instead of blessing on us.
Okay, do you feel like you are a blessed nation after support of Israel like this?
The Khazarians,
I don't
the
think
fake
so.
ones.
We are not blessed, are we? So these pastors lies to you, because the interpretation of Genesis, I don't know, 6:12 now, I don't know, it's 12:3, Genesis 12:3. I'll bless those that bless you, and curse him that curses you. That was never supposed to be preached, as we are to support physical, fleshly Israel, and that way we will be blessed. It was supposed to be applied the way Apostle Paul told us, that his seed is a spiritual seed. It was about Jesus Christ.
His seed, that's wrong. Wrong interpretation. His seed is spiritual seed, and his seed is the black people, because we are the spirits, the Holy Spirits, the portion of the Creator. We are His children. We are His kids. We are the children of the light. Why do the devils hate the light? Because it is unlimited. Wake up. The Creator is a spirit, not a man, so that He would have to repent. Didn't He tell you that? Didn't the Creator tell you that? And I shouldn't even say He, because the Creator is not a he or she, because the Creator is a spirit. The Creator don't have no fleshy body, and the Creator already said that the heavens of the heavens of the heavens could not hold the Creator, nor maintain the Creator. So